We've got 7 more Christmas movies and 7 more wild stories, but only one will be crowned a Meowsterpiece. From cozy Christmas escapes to dark mysteries, we're rating them all. So which one will make you feel the holiday magic? And which will be left in the litter box? Buckle up, because week 2 of the Christmas Movie Challenge 2024 starts meow. Thanks so much for joining me again for the Christmas Movie Challenge 2024. I'm so glad that you could make it. If you remember last week, our Meowsterpiece for the week was Home Alone, which received a score of 95. Will one of the movies this week beat that one out? Let's find out. But before we jump into that, I do want to remind everyone that I am raising money for the Kidney Foundation of Canada. Please, please, please give generously, give what you can. Every little helps. You can use the QR code that we displayed in the top right hand corner of your screen at any time during today's video and make your donation. Alternatively, you can use the link down in the description. Okay, so the first movie of the day is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and today's category was Tinseltown Strikes Back. In case you feel like you need it, I do have a plot summary here for you. Kevin McAllister finds himself lost in New York City after being left behind once again on his family vacation at Christmas time. Calamity ensues, the robber guys are back, they've got out of jail, Tim Curry's there. It's a wild ride, but honestly, it's probably my favorite out of the 2 movies. Spoiler alert. Alright, so let's do a breakdown here. For holiday spirit for this one, it's an easy 20. In this movie, Christmas really is all around. It is the driving force of the movie. Kevin's love of Christmas trees is very prominent in this movie. It really is all about the Christmas spirit. Entertainment value, another easy 20. It's just timeless, truly timeless, a classic Christmas movie, and the slapstick comedy honestly never gets boring. Creativity, it really does have to be marked down. At the end of the day, it's a sequel and repeats a lot of the same tropes that were brought about by the first movie. So this one, I am going to give it an 11. Rewatchability, it's a must-see every single year. As I said, it's kind of my favorite of the Home Alone franchise. So this one's an easy 20 for rewatchability. Production quality, I'm going to give this one a 14. We have that same cast of characters played by amazing actors. This time we have the inclusion of Tim Curry, Rob Schneider is in there as the bus boy. There's even Donald Trump who shows up at one point. So they definitely push the boat out in terms of, getting a quality cast. But it's definitely a little bit over the top for my liking at some points, which is why I think that this one does kind of sit at that 14 point. So overall, this movie gets an 85, which means it's a purr. For day 9, the category was Oh Drama Tree, and I strayed a little outside of the brief, and I went ahead and selected the movie Mysterious Skin. So this one is a haunting drama about 2 young men's lives, shaped by a traumatic experience that occurred during their childhood. It's Christmas, but not in the traditional sense. Like I say, I did stray a little from the brief, but it does have a scene that takes place at Christmas, which is the very end of the movie. It's the culmination of everything, brings it all together. So I stand by putting it into the Christmas category. So first off, let's look at holiday spirit. As I said, Christmas kind of brings everything together at the end, but it definitely is not the driving force of the movie. It's not ever present throughout the movie, really until that very end point. So unfortunately, I do have to give holiday spirit a 1. For entertainment value, I'm going to go ahead and give this one an 18. It is a very deep, complex, and truly captivating movie. It has a great cast, it has a great script, and the story is fantastic. For creativity, it's a 20. It's a very unique and daring film. It definitely deals with some very difficult themes, for sure, that are not very typical of the time of year. In terms of a Christmas movie, it's absolutely 100% creative, because many Christmas movies are not going to go there. Rewatchability, I've given this one a 16. It is a very powerful movie. Like I said, it's one that I do like to revisit, but it's probably not something you're necessarily going to watch every single Christmas, if you watch it at Christmas at all. Production quality, it's an easy 20. It's very well shot, the script is very well looked after, the soundtrack is wonderful, and it has a beautiful kind of mix of different types of characters that I really enjoy. So where does that land on the Kero scale? It is a 75, which means it's a purr. And for day 10, our category was Hotel for the Holidays, and the movie selected was The Holiday. In this movie, two women played by Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz swap homes for Christmas. And in doing so, they find love and new perspectives in each other's lives. So let's break this one down. First off, we've got holiday spirit. Definitely more spirited than the previous movie. Very charming. I wouldn't say it's necessarily all focused on Christmas. It's not 100% the driving force behind the plot, although it is the kind of catalyst. So I had to give this one a 15. Entertainment value, an easy 18, I would say. It's a very sweet and heartwarming movie. It's definitely the type that you can crawl into bed with hot chocolate and some snacks and watch with your loved ones. Creativity, not super creative if I'm quite honest. It is a very typical kind of rom-com scenario, but I have gone to give this one a 12. Rewatchability, it's a very easy watch. It's definitely up there, so I'm going to go ahead and give this one an 18. Production quality can't be faulted. I think it's an easy 20 in this case. You've got an amazing cast, you've got some amazing scenery, especially when it comes to Kate Winslet's cottage in the UK. You really can't fault it. And on the Kero scale, this one lands at an 83, so it's a purr. For the 11th, the category was Under the Mistletoe, and the movie selected was Holidate. In this movie, two strangers agree to be each other's dates for basically every single holiday as a way to kind of avoid pressure from their families. But, as most often happens in these rom-coms, love gets in the way. So, let's do the breakdown. So, first of all, for holiday spirit, I'm giving this one a 15. I will say that Christmas is kind of the catalyst once again, maybe not the driving force, but it does go through pretty much every other holiday along the way until it comes back to Christmas again at the end. So it's still very much a Christmas movie. So I'm giving this a 15 for holiday spirit. For entertainment value, it's a very fun and easy watch. It's got some really comedic moments. It's a joy, honestly. I really, really like watching this movie. So it is a 17. Creativity, I've given this one a 16. The holiday concept of having this person who you don't have any real connection with or whatever is a very kind of unique idea, something we really haven't seen before in movies of this kind. Outside of that, it's a pretty formulaic rom-com. Rewatchability, giving this one a 15. I can see how it might not be everybody's cup of tea, for sure, but for me, it's something I do enjoy watching every year, so 15 it is. Production quality, you've got some solid performances. Emma Roberts is fantastic as always. You've also got Kristen Chenoweth in there, who at this point is probably the queen of Christmas. Yeah, and it's well shot, great music in there. Love it. And so where does this one land on the Kero scale? Well, this one is 80. And so again, we've got another solid purr. Next up, for December 12th, the category was The Star at the Top of the Tree. And the movie that was selected was Happiest Season. In this romantic Hallmark-esque comedy, A woman plans to propose to her girlfriend during the holidays, but things take a turn when she discovers her girlfriend isn't out to her family. Now, this is a movie that I love. Fair warning. So for holiday spirit, it's a 20. Christmas is the guiding force for this movie. Throughout each act of the movie, it's very clear that Christmas is all around. And it really does promote the themes of Christmas cheer, of love, of family. Entertainment value, I'm gonna give this one a 19. I personally would love to give this movie a 20. However, I disagree with the ending. And if you've seen the movie, maybe you'll understand why, but I do have to give it a 19 because I don't believe that the way the movie ended is how it would truly have ended. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm sorry. Creativity, this one gets a 16. It's definitely a new spin on kind of the Christmas rom-com / Hallmark-esque formula. It's not really reinventing the wheel all that much. Rewatchability, I do have to watch this one every single year. Ever since it was released, I think in 2020, so it's an easy 20 for this one. Production quality, another easy 20. You have an amazing cast. Every single character just works so perfectly, and you get to a point in the movie where you really feel for the main character. You can just have a strong hatred for certain people. Aside from that, again, we have great music here. There's also a scene featuring Jinx Monsoon and Ben de la Creme, which cannot be overlooked. Aubrey Plaza's in there, and of course Kristen Stewart, and it's a 20. So where does Happiest Season rank on the Kero Scale? Well, I'm very excited to tell you that it is a 95, which means it is a certified Meowsterpiece. And the category for Friday the 13th of December, sadly, was not a horror movie, so we did not select Friday the 13th. I did watch it, however, I should point out. But the category was Fa La 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 Family Feud, and the movie that was selected was Four Christmases. Again, one of my faves. A couple that every year tries to escape the family Christmas by going on vacation, which doesn't work out this time around, and so they have to go to 4 different Christmases for each of their divorced parents. As you can imagine, chaos ensues. So let's talk about holiday spirit. There's so much Christmas chaos in this movie. It's very much a Christmas movie at its core. It is definitely the driving force. It's a 20. For entertainment value, I've given this one a 17. It has plenty of laughs, but I will say some of the jokes fall a little flat for me. For creativity, I'm going to give this one an 8. The premise is fun, definitely, but it's not groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination. So it's really hard to go above the midpoint when it comes to creativity for this one. Rewatchability, it's a 15. It is something that I do watch time and time again. I can understand why people maybe wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards this movie each year. Production quality, honestly, it's a 20. Can't fault it. The way everything's set up, for the different family homes, you can kind of see the differences in their lifestyles and their characters. The script is fantastic. The cast is amazing. Once again, Kristen Chenoweth, Queen of Christmas, probably. It really is a strong ensemble cast and really a solid production. So it's an easy 20. And so where does that put us on the Kero Scale for 4 Christmases? Well, it's an easy 80, which means it's a purr. And for day 14, our final category for the week is Deck the Halls with Criminal Behavior. And the movie selected was Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang, a murder mystery comedy set around Christmas time. It stars Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer as our main characters, who are trying to solve a mystery. You can expect snappy dialogue, quirky characters, and a lot of twists. So for holiday spirit for this one, I gave it a 6. The reason why is Christmas is there for sure, but it's definitely You'll hear me talk about this a lot, the driving force. It's not the driving force. It really is an afterthought. It is a background character, I guess you could call it. For entertainment value, I gave this one a 14. It's fun, it's witty, but it's a little bit dark for the season. For creativity, this one's an easy 20. It's clever, it's offbeat, and it's definitely unique. For rewatchability, I've given this one an 8. It's definitely an interesting movie, and it is one that I enjoy, which is why I selected it. It's probably not a go-to Christmas movie. I'm definitely not going to lie awake at night thinking, why didn't I watch this movie? For production quality, I've given this one an 18. It has a very kind of stylish direction to it. The script and everything is very well put together, and the performances from the cast are really quite engaging. And where does that put Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? On the Kero scale, that one is 66, and that means it's a purr. So that wraps up week 2 of the Christmas Movie Challenge 2024. Let's take a look at the final rankings for the week. This week we did have a Meowsterpiece in Happiest season, and because of its score, it is currently neck and neck with Home Alone for first place. And while we didn't have anyone join the Litterbox rankings this week, lowest scored movie of the week was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. So what do you think? Do you agree with my rankings? Did you maybe think somebody else deserved a bottom spot here? Let me know in the comments. Reach out. Tell me. I want to know. Genuinely. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, because you will not want to miss week 3 of the Christmas Movie Challenge 2024. And also, don't forget, please donate what you can for the Kidney Foundation of Canada. It really does mean a lot to them, and it really does hold a special place in my heart as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, why not check out last week's video? It's right here on the screen. Give it a go. Go on. Do it. Dare ya. And as always, stay merry, stay bright, and I'll see you in the next one.